You have returned yet again to hear the end of this heroic tale about me, Aster Fortuna, Bard Extraordinaire. Truly, you must have lived a charmed life, for now you will discover whether I escaped from the clutches of Nondle the Nimble, and what happened to the dangerous magical weapon, the Soul Sucker. Let us rejoin the drama in that ancient inn on the island city of arrival.
You are all ushered into this comfortable inn. The staff looks like they must have been warned in advance because they're bustling around getting drinks and food. Tables have been pressed together to make a large table, and chairs have been set around with a large chair at the head of the table, obviously for Nondle. As you are all moved inside, the various bodyguards are asked to sit at tables at the side of the room so that the council can meet. There are 10 council members here, and including Gasten, and the orc stands at the doors. And he stands and watches everyone and makes sure that everyone is seated and comfortable, and then he steps outside to stand guard outside.
Does anyone have I don't know if we want to do more planning in character or not. Anyone have ways of making someone stronger?
I didn't get.
I guess you could make yourself stronger.
I mean, I can rage. I'm not sure that's what we want at this moment in time.
No, I can create illusions. I can use Mage Hand to get something.
What is so this Mike, the scepter? I don't know what this scepter is. It's like a rod of soul theft or something.
Yeah. Aster could tell you what it is.
Yeah, Aster. What is this? What is this business he's got? He's like a Ghostbusters or something. What is this?
What's a Ghostbuster?
I don't know. I get these visions of another world sometimes. What is this scepter he uses?
So, the soul jar that is in our world, it's giant. When we perspire, and that's the wrong word, when we die...
Expire?
Expire is the correct word.
It was fine.
When we die, our souls are brought into the soul jar. And they stay there, which is a sad thought. When the soul jar was broken, those souls were allowed to be released. His thing is a tiny version of the soul jar, except that it's actually a weapon that he can use to suck your soul out of your body at that very moment. You don't have to wait to die and then get sucked into it.
Okay.
He can do it whenever he feels like it.
That is pretty cool, I guess, but kind of evil. Yes,
super evil.
Okay. Super. I appreciate the moral guidance. So the rod or the scepter, whatever it is, does he keep it at his side or is it always in his hand?
He keeps it in his hand.
Okay.
There has to be a way to have him put it down for even a second.
The most important thing is that we wrestle it from him somehow, but I am not very strong. Maybe
I can give it a go.
Maybe all we need to do is get Mama Sass.
I'm kind of strong.
Oh, Gerlos.
I'm kind of strong. Do what you want me to do?
Before you said he wasn't, so he's like. So if I do a perception check,
he says he's pretty strong. Okay. You want to see if you can figure out if he's strong or not?
Yeah, I want to know if he's.
I'm not going to make you roll. He doesn't look real strong.
Gotcha. Okay.
He looks puny compared to Mama Sass.
Oh no, you're incredibly strong, and we're going to need you and Mama Sass for this operation, Gerlos. But for the meantime, let's think a little bit more about what we're going to do. How are we going to wrestle Nondle when he has all of these goons around him?
I can, it is kind of a last resort, but you remember how I escaped the smite and bite?
Yes.
This is
such a great adventure.
This is an option for us, but...
Papa Gasten, I still have the gift you gave me, and I pull out the whistling rapier.
You whip it around and it makes lots of noise?
Yeah, and I mean, I don't, show it to the crowd.
Yeah, one of the people with Nondle walks up.
Do I see that? I wouldn't pull out my sword if I saw that.
Oh, well, he saw you pull out the sword. This human walks up to you. He looks like he's probably a wizard. And he says, hey, you better put that away. No waving swords around in here. What are you doing?
No, I didn't wave it about. I
Oh.
was pulling it out of my
Oh, okay.
to like show him.
Oh, okay. I thought you were brandishing it. Okay, never mind.
No. I just wanted to let him know that I have it.
Still
Oh,
have
I
it?
see.
Okay.
I still have it.
That is good. We may need to use it this day.
Yes. Tell me about your sword, because I don't remember from the episode. I don't remember if Aster noticed Papa Gasten take the dark blood gulper sword.
You did
you know
notice,
how.
yes. You'd noticed that he took that sword and then the sword that you were really there for, which was the luck blade.
Got it. So, tell me about these weapons.
Well, neither of these, I think, are going to help us. I am afraid I think I have used up all of the luck from the luck blade. Unfortunately, if I had known I would need it this day, I may not have, but it is too late.
Oh, I see.
But the blood gulper, it can take some of your life source, life energy of your enemy. But I can kind of teleport just once.
You
So
can teleport?
yes, this is how I escaped the smite and bite.
It's amazing. I always wondered how you got out
Everything
of
I do is amazing. So, Estelle, why are you surprised by this? You should not be surprised.
there. It's been a while, Papa Gasten.
So perhaps I can. I don't know. Is this I'm trying to find it. Is this something that needs to be, Mike? If you know off the top of your head, that needs to be attuned.
Which thing?
Attunement. My this cape that I have.
Oh, yeah, it may be, but if so, you are attuned to it.
I was thinking that maybe if it doesn't require attunement, that Mama Sass could use it.
The cape of the mount is it the cape of the mountebank?
Yeah, exactly.
Let me look. Does not require attunement.
Ooh, good, because I am all attuned up.
We can either use this to get to him or use it to get away, but cannot use it twice. So my thinking is that tell me my you did not understand my genius first plan. Okay, that is your fault. Let me try a different one. So we get Mama Sass up close. Mama Sass wrestles away the scepter while keeping her soul.
That is the goal.
You take it from him, and then either you use the cape to get close to him and then take it, or use the cape to get away after you've wrestled it. Does that make sense?
That makes perfect sense.
That is one option. I don't know if we're like in a dark corner of the inn and just like all.
I assume you're
That's
sort of
whatever.
huddled around one of the side tables where your
Yeah.
guards your bodyguards are supposed to sit. And that reminds me, you are basically running out of time to discuss this. Nondle
Okay.
is starting to take his seat, and the nobles are all sitting down, and the guards are taking their places at the sides of the room.
Consider this your payment?
I have
Yes?
an idea.
So, for the listeners, the Gasten took off the robe and put it around Mama Sass's shoulders.
Correct. He has given Mama Sass a cape of the mountebank,
cape.
which allows the wearer, without attunement being required, to use Dimension Door
just once,
per day.
and you can only take creatures. So it's actually better for Mama Sass to use it because you can't take creatures
Your
larger
size
than
or
you.
smaller.
So
Yeah, you can only bring willing creatures
yeah.
too. Also, you can't take
so
unwilling
perhaps
creatures.
you can. Oh, willing creatures. Oh, darn it! See, that was the next phase of is you
Mm.
teleporting him.
And I
Out.
jump in real quick and I'm like, yes, this is a great plan. I can also come in and provide support invisible. That way, I'll make my escape with invisibility and she can teleport. So if something goes wrong, maybe I can take the rod from Mama Sass in the interlude of that battle or that squabble and then make my escape.
Okay.
So let me describe the setup of the room again.
Okay.
Around the edges of the room, at the tables, around the edges are guards. They've all been seated. The bodyguards of the various nobles, that is, the council members. The council members, all 10 of them, including Gasten, are seated around the middle, around the table in the middle of the room. Minions of Nondle are spread around the room. There are 3 of them in here and 1 outside. The orc is outside at the doors outside, keeping guard outside. The other three, to remind you, are a dwarf, a human, an orc, that's the one outside, and a halfling.
Can we tell, like, the human looks like a wizard? Can we get an idea of what the dwarf is?
Probably a cleric.
Okay. How are they? Sorry, you probably said this, and I was thinking about our likelihood of success percent chance, and it was pretty low. So how are they situated around Nondle if they're set up in their final seats? Like,
so
the orc's outside. I got that.
Right, the dwarf is standing right next to Nondle.
Okay, right next to.
The halfling is at the opposite side of the table, standing behind some of the nobles.
Okay.
And the wizard is standing on the inside of the door, the exit door.
Okay.
And then the orc is outside.
So the cleric is the dwarven cleric, most likely a cleric, is probably the main one that we'd have to worry about. But Mama Sass, we are going to kind of go on your cue since we are running out of time. So you're kind of the lead on this plan, I think. So
were we going to try to trick him by getting in close with you, having a discussion, and bringing your bodyguard, or? I
think that they are aware of this potential. I think so. I tried to talk to him earlier, and it was like stonewalled off. We could just run up there. We could make a break for it right now.
What's the light situation in here?
Torches.
Just torches?
Torches, and
mini torches?
the tables have candles on them, and then there's some, there's a toward the back of the room near the bar, there's a nice chandelier.
Okay.
I really want to just cast Shatter on all of them at once.
I'm afraid you couldn't do that without hitting a bunch of the city council members.
Oh, they're there too?
Yeah. Maybe I should have gotten a map.
Well, Aster,
I think we've got a good.
I think
we've got an understanding of it. It's just.
I thought they were more like up, and so like I could figure out a way to just get them and not the council members too. Mm. But they're gonna get hit by the attack. Aster doesn't want to, randomly kill a bunch of innocent people. He's already done that once.
Again. Well, Gasten will, I guess, make another attempt at talking to Nondle and see if
across the table, or
no, just kind of get up, see if anybody stops him this time.
The dwarf stands in front of you and glowers at you.
How does he smell?
With his nose.
Oh no! Dang it!
It's one of those.
I gotta keep my eye out always for dad jokes. You just always gotta be armed with those. Okay, so the dwarf does stop him, and so Gasten just makes this simple small talk and then goes back to his seat. Just want to kind of test to see whether he can.
Yeah,
get
the dwarf
up.
Does not make small talk. He just stares at you the whole time.
They're well aware of this. Getting up close. We'll either have to. So you can see that you'll have to get up close.
So there are tables all around the main table.
Room. Yeah, there are tables pushed back to the edges of the room, and then in the middle of the room is this large table that's made out of smaller tables that the nobles are sitting around.
Are there wherever Nondle's sitting, are there tables like behind him?
Like 15 feet behind him is the bar.
Can I just sort of want to saunter over and see if I can sit at the bar. Like, is anybody going to stop me if I saunter over and sit at the bar?
The dwarf is watching you.
Okay.
But nobody stops you.
Okay. I don't look at Nondle. I just walk over, sit down, lean back, kind of not sitting, just kind of leaning back against the bar. There's
a halfling barkeep. He's standing on like stilt things that are strapped to his legs, leaning over the counter, and he looks terrified. And he says, can I get you something?
Nah, I'm all right.
Okay. You're not going to make trouble, are you?
Of course not.
Yeah. All right. He goes back and starts polishing some glasses, pouring some more drinks. Nondle says, very well then, let's get started. So, I hope you're all comfortable with what I said to reassure everyone out there, and I hope you understand the position that we're all in. I want to be quite clear. I'm calling the shots. Does everyone understand this?
Of course. You are the boss.
The nobles all look at each other somewhat uncomfortably and nod. And the elderly elf says, I'm not comfortable with this, but I'm willing to let Gasten speak for me.
Of course you are. That would be wise. But I think that, Nondle, you have the floor. Tell us what's this first citizen says we should do.
Well, first we're going to make some changes. I'm going to make sure that my orc friend outside is in charge of the city guard, and I'll make sure my wizard friend over there is in charge of the tax collection, and we'll be making sure that all the money that gets collected fairly and used wisely. We'll be taking some actions to make sure that the blockade around the city disappears. It may be costly, but I'm sure you're all willing to pay for the good of the city. Am I correct in that?
Of course. Let me know if I gotta make a deception. I am. Let's see what the roll is, and I'll role play that. All right, that's 21.
All right.
I am. Of course, I am willing to use my wealth for the better of arrival, and I am sure that the other nobles here are also comfortable.
Excellent. I'm so glad, Monsieur Gasten, that you're so willing to play along. I must admit I am surprised you're being so cooperative. You have a reputation, but I'm glad to see that you understand where your profits lie. I'll be glad to maybe cut you in on the action at some point if you continue to be cooperative.
Is that some wink
Yes.
stuff going on?
Yeah.
Okay. Unfortunately, Gasten likes this very much.
Yep.
He's feeling a very strong pull to Yeah. So
Seeing this, does everybody appear distracted?
Everybody's paying very close attention to Nondle.
Is there a window on the opposite side from where I am?
There are some so the opposite side from where you are is the front door,
Okay.
where the orc is,
Okay.
and there are windows on either side of that door.
Okay.
Yes.
Here's what I would like to do.
Okay.
I would like to cast Prestidigit.
Oh yeah.
So you know the
yeah.
I know the pain.
Prestidigitation?
I would like to cast Prestidigitation.
Okay.
Oh, you got
And
it.
make sparks, a shower of sparks, shoot out of the window like somebody's trying to come through or something.
Okay, you want to do this stealthily, though.
I would.
All right, I'd like you to make a stealth check.
Well, that's not good. That's a 7.
Let's see if the dwarf notices. Ah, he rolled a 7. He noticed. Yes,
Okay.
the dwarf notices that you've cast Prestidigitation,
Okay.
and he says, "What are you doing? What's going on there?"
And for a pound and for a penny, I charge
All right,
Nandle.
you charge Nondle.
Oh
all
my
right.
God.
Let's roll for initiative.
That is very good. That is what we rely on how to do. Oh my god.
Ooh,
Oh,
that's
wow.
decent.
Well, that fits. Gasten was like mid-bite into like a big thing of like bread or something. It was just like, and then you start doing it. That's 7 total. His mouth's full.
Oh, jeez.
Mama says.
Now the orc doesn't know what's going on out here, in here just yet.
Can I use Luck Blade to reroll initiative?
Yes, and don't you have a lucky feat or something? Did you choose the luck? I can't remember.
I have. Yes, I am lucky, so I got 3. I can't use the Luck Blade to do it. Sorry, I meant lucky. Yeah, the lucky feat. All right, so I can reroll this initiative thing. 'Cause that's.
I think you can if you want. Now remember,
I've only got 3.
that would mean not getting to use a reroll later.
But halflings also, I thought halflings on their own.
On a 1,
It's
if
only
they
on a
roll a
1.
1.
Okay.
And then finally, let me check my last initiative. I got a lot of people to organize
Yeah,
here.
you're rolling for Gerlos.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't forget all the nobles and all of their.
They're going to be super helpful.
Yeah.
Ansna.
Ansna and Gerlos. The first... Oh, I'm sorry. What did Gasten get?
7.
What's your dexterity bonus?
A 3.
I'm going to give that person a 6 then, so they go after you. You got a 7. All right, what did Aster get?
13 after the modifiers.
And what did Mama Cass get?
18.
Ooh, great. All right, now you still didn't beat the dwarf. The dwarf got a total of 21 for initiative.
Dwarf.
Yeah, Nondle didn't go
sucks.
all that fast though, so Nondle is not one of the first to act. So you got lucky there, but the dwarf does get to go first, and the dwarf is going to respond to the terrifying charging half-orc by casting a spell, and he's going to cast Hold Person.
Yeah.
Good idea. Now, did she get up? Did she manage to get up close though? Is she like right next to Nondle, or is she?
She can be on her turn.
Okay, gotcha.
So you need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, I'm not wise. I'm not wise. Nope. That's an 8.
Okay. So you get to save again on your next turn.
Yeah.
At the end of your next turn, you get to save again. But right now, you are held.
Can we make a check to? I mean, I don't know if on our turn or right now, but to know what spell he cast.
You can tell. You can tell it's hold person because she's just been held. That was the cleric's turn. So, Mama Sass, it is your turn. You can't do anything, but you can try to save again.
Nope, that's all. The table. Oh, nope. Guess what? That's an 8 again.
8 again. Nope. Now, Aster, I'll remind you that you do have 4 die that you can use to re-roll someone else's if you want to.
Oh, yeah, I'm definitely re-rolling for Mama Sass.
Okay, all right. You don't have to. You can save them.
I'm just going to use one for her.
Okay.
Save the world. It was low. I didn't see the number, but it was in the single digits for sure.
It's a 5.
Okay, no, it doesn't.
Nope.
Your luck is not able to overcome it. All right, and that means it is Aster's turn. Aster, Mama Sass has just charged the chair here, and she is frozen in place. And the other people here are starting to get ready for a fight. What do you want to do?
I dropped this guy, so.
Okay.
And then I cast my own hold person on Nondle.
Ah, all right. He has to make a saving throw.
Nice.
What's the DC?
16.
Oh, wow.
Wisdom.
Wisdom 16?
Uh-huh.
Unless he has any bonuses to his saves, I think he failed.
Thank you. God.
Yeah, he failed.
Woo!
So now Nondle is held in place.
At least it's not just me.
It's just so that he can't. I don't want him to use the thing to suck out Mama Sass's soul.
No, that's a very good move. So, mechanically, if somebody's got hold person, you wanted to wrestle something away, would it be easier now if he's...
Would we have advantage on...
if you wanted to take something from them, you mean?
Yeah.
I would say you pretty much can take it, unless it's locked in a bag or shut away in a bag.
Gotcha.
Or something.
Yeah, will it cost me an action to run up and try to take it?
I will let you run up to him and grab it. It is currently held in his hand. I would say at the beginning of your next turn, you would have it in your hands. I would let you run up and grab it while it's in his hand. But
I want to do that.
all right, you run up and you grab this rod. All right, Aster is standing there holding this rod. Now it is Nondle's turn. Now he gets to try to save. Again. And this time he saves.
Darn it.
So now
Can I use my luck to cause him to
you can
re-roll?
roll. You make him roll again. You want to?
Do it. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
going to make him
If
roll
I get a
again.
vote.
I'm going to make him roll again.
Okay.
Can he roll with his own?
I'll roll. Or do you want to do the roll?
Yeah, you do it.
You roll with that die and you tell me what you get.
Yeah, that's
Roll
more
low.
fun.
A 3.
Yes.
Yeah, he's still held. So on Aster's
See
turn,
from wonder.
he's still held. The halfling assassin is going to charge
All you gotta-
forward.
Just get that thing from him. That's it. Gasten's mouth is full of it. This is going very well.
So he leaps forward, and he is going to try to stab Aster. This is going to count as a sneak attack. Oh, that's not great. 16?
That's my armor class.
Ah, he hit you. All right, so he stabs you. with this-
Question.
Yes.
Would it be sneak attack? He wasn't stealthed, and
No,
he
but-
doesn't have an ally
his
within.
ally is not imposing a threat.
The dwarf is right there.
I thought the dwarf was on the other side of the table.
No, the dwarf has been standing by
It's right next to Nondle.
by
Oh, okay.
standing next to
Okay,
Nondle.
I just-
It's the halfling was a little bit around the side of the table.
Okay, my-
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
could also
Memory
be a
was-
swashbuckler rogue too.
But he's not.
Yeah.
He's an assassin.
But
Okay.
he's not. He just kills people.
Yeah, he just stabs. That's what he does.
Oh, good, you've already gone.
Oh,
That
no,
means
it's
it's not a
Athelflaed.
critical.
yes.
Ooh, this is good.
Yes, this is going to hurt him, afraid. Well, he rolled badly on the dagger damage. So, first of all, with the dagger itself is just 5 points of piercing damage. Then you also make a DC 15 Constitution saving throw.
I do?
Yes.
Ooh, 18 plus stuff.
Yeah, you saved. Some poison leaks from this blade into the wound, but you just sort of shrug it off and wipe the poison away. It does not poison you. You are not poisoned. You don't suffer the additional damage. You do suffer the additional sneak attack damage, though. Right. 13 points of additional damage from the sneak attack. outside. Nope, the orc doesn't notice. Gerlos gets to go, and he hops up, and he says, well, who do you want me to attack, boss?
The dwarf is the one that cast hold person.
Right.
The dwarf! The dwarf!
Oh, yeah, all right. All right, so he's going to attack the dwarf. Oh, that's not bad. Wow. I think he actually hit. He hit the dwarf, even though the dwarf is wearing this heavy armor. He runs up with this spear and just jams it into this dwarf.
He's the hero we need.
Wow, and did some damage.
That really worries me that he's so surprised.
Doesn't bode well for the
no.
Yeah, he did a solid hit with this spear.
Is a hold person a concentration?
It is, and now the dwarf has to make a concentration check.
So do I.
Oh, yes, you got damaged.
Oh.
So I took 13 points. So I can just try to roll higher than half of the damage?
Well, it's 10 or half, whichever's higher.
Oh, whichever's higher.
And it's a spellcasting or proficiency bonus? Is that what it is?
Mm-hmm. No.
No.
it's
What do you use for concentration check?
Con.
Constitution.
Oh, okay. No,
they
dwarves
found-
are good at that.
Found a way to use con.
I know that's about the only thing it's good for.
So he saved.
Ah.
I also saved.
Okay, so concentration remains on both spells. And that brings us to Gasten. What do you want to do? All heck is breaking loose.
Oh, if you had the cloak, you could have ran up, grabbed me. I'm willing. And
Mama Sass might still be able to do it.
yeah.
If Mom Sass can break this spell.
It's gonna happen. We're good.
Let's take out this.
Gasten, kind of just like in pause, like all of this is erupting in slow motion. Gasten's just like eating his bread and his cheese and everything, and he's like, so, he gave me the wink, but I think maybe the deal is off. Even so, that would be really nice, maybe. So he's going to get up onto the table and sort of charge over everything and start attacking that assassin that's attacking.
Oh, cool.
Aster.
All right,
So-
you run across the
That
table.
is my son!
All right.
And so that'll be, let's do one attack.
With the luck blade or the blood gulper?
We'll use the, since I'm not hurt yet, I'll use the luck blade first. So 22.
That's definitely a hit.
Yes, that is my boy. So that's 5 damage.
All right.
Minimum
The blood
damage.
gulper, does it do anything else?
No, he's not using the blood gulper.
I'm using the luck blade right now, but yeah, the blood gulper does stuff. Hopefully I won't need to use it. No, I'm going to use it.
All right,
sorry.
the halfling
Is that-
cries out in pain and surprise as another halfling jumps on him.
I can do sneak attack too. Sorry.
Yes,
I'm
that's a
learning
sneak
I'm
attack,
learning this
for sure.
character. This character is being learned as we play. All right, let's see. So he's got a couple levels in rogue. That's 2d6 extra. Sorry, gang. We're going to get this. So that's an extra 12.
Nice.
Ooh, that was a great roll.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, he is in a lot of pain. You did some serious damage just then. That is the wizard's turn.
It's never good when the wizard goes.
Yeah, there's a reason why they say kill the wizard first.
Yeah, there's that saying.
I mean, at least we're clumped around his boss so he can't throw a fireball.
That would suck if his boss just died, right?
Point of view, I suppose, if you're trying to consolidate power for yourself.
Mike is consulting the spells list to
Yeah,
figure out how
It's a
best
difficult
to
thing. I have
eliminate
so many
everyone.
characters to keep track of. He is going to cast Ray of Sickness as a second level spell.
Sounds not good.
Yeah. Aster, you need to make a Constitution save.
Do I know the spell DC?
15.
Natural 20.
Oh,
Woo!
okay. Oh, wow. Oh, actually, he has to make a ranged spell attack first.
Seafoam Goddess is with you this day. You got this.
Well, you know what? He did hit you. Yeah, you take 2d8 poison damage. You don't suffer the poison effect. So you take 13 poison damage.
Ooh.
That's still a lot.
Reading Chris's face.
And yeah, you don't suffer the poison effect, but now you have to make another concentration check.
Yeah, well, wouldn't that roll that I just did? That's for the poison.
That was for the poison.
I took 13,
Mm-hmm.
so the higher would be
Take
the
10.
13 plus stuff.
Good.
Yep, you're fine. Ansna gets to go. She runs up to Aster and casts Cure Wounds.
She's a cleric?
Yes, she is.
Now you can just call her cleric. Just be done with it.
I think I'm in love.
All right. You get 9 hit points back.
Okay.
It's getting kind of crowded over there. And it is now back to the Dwarven Cleric. The Dwarven Cleric, if he casts another spell, he loses his concentration, right?
If it's a
If it's a concentration
spell.
The halfling's been hurt. He'll cast Cure Wounds on the halfling. All right, that wasn't a great roll.
Don't heal him. I'm trying to kill him. Stop that.
All right, so the halfling gets healed slightly. Mama Sass, it's your turn.
Here we go.
Oh, no.
I keep rolling 8s.
Okay. We have another failure to break the spell DC.
Whole person sucks.
You only have 2 of your luck rolls left, Aster. Do you want to use one to help her?
Wait, but it's the end of her turn.
She's trying to break the hold person.
It's the end of her turn, though?
Yeah. You don't have to. I'm just
I
asking.
wouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to.
No,
Okay.
I wouldn't.
And it is now your turn, Aster. You can take this rod if you want to.
Yeah, I have it.
Yeah, you have the rod.
Would it require me a action to try to smash it?
Yeah, you can take your action this round to try to destroy it. You can if you want, yes.
Take his soul, Aster. Take it.
I could also try to take his soul.
You could do that.
And I saw him do it. The demonstration, I saw how he did it.
Yeah, you know that the switch changes what it does.
Yes, but I noticed how one switch sucked and one switch destroyed.
But the switch changes what it does, but you don't know how he actually makes it do the thing. The switch changes the setting, but you don't know how he actually activates it. He doesn't say anything, so you're not sure what he's doing to activate it.
Could I have done an intelligence check or something to see what he was doing?
Make an
maybe?
Arcana check.
I would say to toss it to Mama's ass, but she can't
No,
currently
she
catch
can't
it.
do much of anything right now.
19.
19. All right, so he's not saying anything, he's not using a magic word. It may be as simple as him willing it to be used. But then the question is, does he need to attune to it first? In which case you wouldn't be able to use it.
And I wouldn't know that.
And you wouldn't know whether you need to attune to it or not.
I could turn invisible and run the heck out of the way.
Yep, smashing it, turning invisible, trying to use it. Those are all options.
Okay, I think I'm going to turn invisible
Okay.
and run the other way.
Okay.
But before I do, I yell to my group.
If you can escape, do so.
Okay. You're going to trigger attacks of opportunity.
How many? Knowing.
I'm sorry,
not-
two attacks of opportunity.
If he's
Okay.
invisible, though?
He's
Are they-
invisible, so they'll have disadvantage.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Here comes the dwarf, swinging at you badly. Yeah, AC 15. Nope.
Nope.
And the halfling, both pretty good. Yeah, the lowest is 19.
Okay, jeez.
Yeah, the halfling does hit you with an attack of opportunity, but it's not a sneak attack. 8 points of damage.
Damn, this guy hits hard. Okay.
And you run toward the front door?
I am invisible, so
Right.
they don't know where I am.
No.
So I'm just gonna. You assume that I'm running to an exit anywhere. in the
Okay.
vicinity.
All right, but you don't actually go out and exit. Okay.
Can I go out and exit?
I mean, there's the front door, but you know there's an orc there. There's a door to the kitchen, but you don't know what's back in the kitchen. Also, it's closed, so if you were to run through there, they would know where you went.
I run close to something, but they don't see where I am. I'm gonna. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna stay in the room, but I'm gonna swing the door open to the exit.
Okay. All right.
Good idea.
The front door or the kitchen?
The front door.
The front door. You swing open the front
Just
door,
swings open.
but don't run out.
Nope.
So it is
And then I'm gonna get away from the front door.
Nondle's turn. Nondle is going to try to resist this hold person. What's the DC?
16 wisdom.
He breaks free of it. It is the halfling assassin's turn. The halfling assassin says, "He went out the front door, get him!" And he starts running toward the front door. Gasten, he's running past you to get to the front door. Do you want to take a swing at the halfling? Attack of opportunity?
He won't.
No?
He's not going to.
Okay. The orc is now clued in that something is going on, and he steps into the doorway. And he says, "What's going on? This door's open. No one's getting past me." And he stands there in the doorway.
Does anybody yell, "He already got past you"?
Well, yeah, well, the halfling says, you ran through the door, and then the orc just stands there in the doorway.
Okay.
And it is Gerlos' turn. Gerlos hasn't been told to do anything different, So
Well, I yelled escape.
yeah, try
if
to
you
escape. Okay, so Gerlos, yeah, he doesn't need to be told twice. He runs for the kitchen. He sees the orc in the doorway, and Gerlos runs for the kitchen, which is going to trigger some attacks of opportunity. Yeah, I guess from Nondle, because the halfling has run to the door.
Yeah.
And the dwarf as well. All right.
Don't
Poor
die.
Gerlos.
No.
Oh, dear. All right, so Nondle is going to swing at him with his short sword and hit him. That much damage.
He's still running, though. He's still running towards it. He didn't just collapse.
No, not on the first hit. And then the cleric takes a swing at him with a warhammer and hits him for... Oh, not that much. He takes 2 good hits. The Nondle stabs him with a knife, and the dwarven cleric smacks him with the warhammer, and he goes stumbling through the doorway, looking like he's barely holding it together. And Ansna rolls her eyes. What does Gasten do?
What's a place that all of us know that I can say to meet up at? Where did we first did we find Aster in Arrival?
Yeah,
He just
he
met
was.
us in the group.
No,
I mean, when you mean
Oh,
At the soul jar.
originally.
maybe
Oh,
there's
like
a
originally,
hidden bunker
originally?
for
you
our
mean when
trip.
Aster was originally dropped off as a child?
Yeah, like I'm trying to think of a place I can describe. So meet up at the. Unfortunately, we didn't come up with like a meeting place to meet up after we escaped.
I
so.
imagine there are places we hung out at,
Sure.
that we would know.
The fairgrounds.
Okay. Wait. See you at one of the places. And then so Gasten says to meet up at the one of the spots, and then casts invisibility on himself, and then uses disengage as a bonus action to move away from the halfling.
Okay.
assassin.
And you run toward the front door or the kitchen door?
If the front door has an orc in it,
Yeah.
I won't run that way. I'll run towards the kitchen.
Well, the kitchen door is open also, right? So they wouldn't know exactly where he's going.
Yeah, the kitchen door is one of those swing-in doors. So it's sort of swinging back and forth now that Gerlos
Is
has
it
run
like
through it.
is it like one of those Wild West ones where it only occupies half of it? So
No,
I
it's
could, like, run
it's like
underneath?
a French restaurant style door with a little
Darn.
porthole in it.
Okay.
And on your next turn, if there's an exit that way, you can cast invisibility on Gerlos.
I do not care about Gerlos. So yeah, that's what Gasten does. He gets
Okay.
out there.
The wizard gets to go.
Hold your breath.
Gosh, it's so hard to keep track of wizard spells.
There's a lot.
They have so much stuff they can do.
It's like the worst thing to hear right now.
Yeah.
I'm overwhelmed with all my options of
Yeah.
eliminating you
There are
players.
so many spells I could use to kill you all.
God.
He's worried about this orc, which is still in mid-charge, frozen in place. He's going to cast Ray of Enfeeblement on this orc.
Don't like that.
Make a Constitution saving throw. No, actually, no. He has to try to hit you, which is he has advantage. So you're
But
currently.
she's not threatening him.
No, well, she is. She looks like she's about to charge, even though she's frozen in place.
Aster, his only target would be me. Be quiet.
I'm not quiet. I'm not talking.
Ansna is still there, technically.
Yeah. Anyone but Gasten.
All right, so he attacks with a AC 16.
Just
AC
over.
16.
Just over.
Okay. All right, so
he succeeds.
yeah, he hit her with
I'm
a.
going to re-roll his. Dice.
Oh, you're gonna re-roll? Okay, go ahead.
Are you rolling or am I rolling?
You go ahead and re-roll.
Yeah, that's how we're doing it.
13.
13.
That's under.
Yes.
Well, that 13, and then he
13's
gets
the
to add
roll.
his
Oh.
bonus, his modifiers to it.
Well, I thought it was just a straight
Sugar.
roll. for
Oh
this.
no! You can replace their roll. You don't replace their modifiers
Yeah.
Oh.
too. Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
that's still going to be a hit.
Yeah,
isn't
he
it?
still hits
Yeah.
you. This luck is not holding out for you. Yeah, so he still hits you.
Seafoam goddess sucks.
I mean, the good news is that she's soaking up attacks from people.
It's true.
But,
Could be
I mean,
worse. That's what my job is.
right.
But
Um,
Aster has an emotional attachment to these people.
Yeah. So for
That is your first mistake.
you are now enfeebled, which means that you deal half damage with weapon attacks that use strength.
Oh.
For a minute.
That's sad.
Oh,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have re-rolled for that. I thought she was making her like dumb.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, I didn't know that. I would have never rolled.
Okay.
It's
Well, we'll undo that then. That's fine.
Oh.
Ray of enfeeblement is just makes strength-based attacks weaker.
I thought she was gonna lose all of her intelligence. Like
No,
Tara.
it's not
No,
like that
that's-
intellect devour.
That's, yeah.
All right. Oh, he hasn't heard the intellect devour yet,
I
has he?
just listened to that one.
Yeah. It's Ansna's turn. She is going to. Can she do something to disrupt this Concentration? Nothing really aside from attacking.
If she has Dispel, that might work.
She doesn't
but
have that. She's a
might
first level cleric.
Yeah, that. Yeah,
She's
okay.
a first
She's
level
first
cleric?
level.
Yeah.
No. Is Gerlos for first level as well?
Yes.
I'm real impressed he made it out after those two hits.
He's not doing great. She's gonna take a shot with her crossbow.
She's not going to disengage and run away?
No, she's worried about this half orc here.
Okay.
Ah, bless her.
Oh, she hits him. Crossbows do a decent amount of damage. Hey, wow, lots of damage. All right. So he has to make a concentration check. He fails.
Woo!
Thank
All right,
God.
so the half orc is free. But unfortunately, it is now the dwarf's turn again. What should he do? Now he's really worried because now the orc is starting to charge forward again. The half orc is starting to charge forward again. What should he do this time? Why not? He's going to cast Whole Person again.
Ah,
Make another wisdom saving throw.
I don't wanna.
You got this, Mama says. Nothing can stop you.
It's a 15.
That does it.
Oh!
Yes. See?
Woo! I thought it was higher than that.
Nope, you did it. You saved. And now he looks really concerned. Mama Sass, it is your turn.
Question: Have the nobles fled or
Yes,
moved away
so
from the
right
table
now-
or something?
Here's what's happening with the nobles and their guards. The guards have basically pulled the nobles out of their chairs and are hiding them behind the tables in the room for their safety. They're basically not taking any offensive action. They're simply trying to guard the nobles to prevent them from getting hit by any spells or crossbow bolts that are flying around the room. So they are not going to help in this fight. They are simply trying to shield the nobles from any injury.
Can I get to a point where I have Nondle, the dwarf, and the wizard within 10 feet, but
The
not
wizards-
Gasten?
The wizard's on the other side of the room.
Okay, so
basically.
I can
You
get,
Nondle and the and the
the
dwarven
cleric.
cleric. Yes,
but not Gasten.
yes.
Okay, then I'm going to cast.
In what kind of area?
10 feet.
Yes.
Yeah. Then I'm going to cast Earth Tremor.
Ooh, what does that do?
It causes a tremor in the ground within range. Each creature other than me must make a dex save. On a fail, creature takes 1d6 bludgeoning damage and is knocked prone.
Oh, dang.
Wow, they both failed. What's your DC?
13.
Yeah, they both failed.
Okay,
It
so
wasn't even close.
they take 1d6 bludgeoning damage. So they take 4 damage,
All right, so
And are
Nondle and the dwarf take 4 damage,
and they are prone.
and they are both knocked to the floor. The room rumbles, the chandelier shakes back and forth, some of the chairs fall over, and the dwarf and Nondle the Nimble fall to the floor. They are both prone.
And I am, as a bonus action, going to rage.
Okay?
And I'm going to say to Ansna and Gasten, "Get out of here, it's time to run." That's the end of my turn.
Aster, you can see that Nondle and the dwarven cleric have been knocked to the ground. This orc is standing in the doorway. The halfling is standing near the doorway, about to give chase maybe to someone who's run out the door. After Mama Sass has freed herself and told everyone to run. Aster, what do you want to do?
She's very sassy.
It's true.
I see that Papa Gasten is gone. Gerlos is gone, technically.
Yep.
And it's only
Ansna and
Ansna
Mama
and
Sass.
Mama Sass.
Yep, that's right.
I'm going to message to Mama Sass. If Papa Gasten and Gerlos is taking their exits, maybe you can take Ansna and teleport out of here.
I got Ansna. You get out of here.
You got it. I'm already out. And then I will hold, using Drow Magic, the Darkness spell.
Uh-huh.
If I am discovered, even though I shouldn't be, but if for some reason this goes haywire, that action is being held, just in case. Like, the idea is to wait for everybody to leave
Okay.
and then make my exit. But if for some reason I get discovered, Darkness is the spell I'm holding.
You have a darkness ready to go. You're just sort of hiding invisibly.
I'm just hiding.
Yeah. Okay. Well, go ahead and make a hide check. We'll see how quiet you're being. You have advantage on it. Stealth check, I mean.
Not unnatural, but 20.
20. Great. Aster, after your turn, Nondle takes half of his movement to stand back up. And I guess, Mama Sass, you're planning to do something. But he shouts at the orc. He says, Very well, if we can't do this the way I'd like, then just start getting rid of the nobles. We'll take over on our own without the wand. And the orc says, all right, I can do that. And starts walking toward some of the nobles that are hiding in the corner with their guards. And he's going to start chopping away.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
But they have guards.
They do have guards. Yes, that's right. And so there's going to be a little side fight here. Okay, so...
Poor Mike.
What's that?
It's poor you. You got side fight.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
Orchestrate now.
All right. So one guard goes down, and there's another guard who's now facing this giant, scary orc, trying to guard a council member. And that is Nondle's turn. No, well, he can do more than just talk. Well, I'm sorry. It's not even the orc's turn, although he'll get to go in a moment. What else does Nondle want to do? Aside from talking. Well, Mama Sass is still there. So
Grinning at him.
Yeah, he's going to take an attack against Mama Sass. All right, he hits you with his short sword of warning, and it does... Ouch. It does 18 damage.
I assume that's bludgeoning, piercing, or
That's
slashing.
piercing, which means it is halved for you because you're raging.
So 9.
9.
It's a strong warning.
And it is now the assassin's turn. He runs out the front door into the street and is looking around. And, of course, he doesn't find Aster there because Aster is not there. It is then the orc's turn. I already said what the orc does. The orc attacks a couple of the guards that are trying to defend one of the council members and kills a guard. And it is now Gerlos' turn. Gerlos runs. You don't know where he is. He's gone. Gasten, what do you want to do?
I'm through that kitchen door. Yes, through the kitchen door. There's a way to get out.
Yeah, you can
Okay.
run through the back.
That's where
All right,
Gasten's
Gasten
gone.
runs out. The wizard. Let's see. The wizard is still worried about this half-orc that is now raging and refuses to go down.
Mm-hmm.
And he is going to cast Animate Dead on this dead guard.
Whoa. Okay.
He casts Animate Dead, and this guard suddenly comes back to life. I'm assuming it's not going to go on this round. It'll get to go on his initiative next round. Okay, and that's what the wizard does. Ansna, the cleric, she decides she's going to follow what everybody else is doing, and she's going to disengage and run out through the kitchen. And that's her action this round. And that takes us back to the dwarven cleric. The dwarven cleric, now that there's nobody left really but the half-orc, he's going to heal himself because he's suffered quite a few points of damage here. He's going to cast Cure Wounds on himself. Oh, wow. Okay, he's basically fine again. Mama Sass, what do you want to do?
The cloak, is that a bonus action or an action to activate?
Good question.
I'll look it up.
What did Nondle say?
We'll kill the...
Cast it using an action. Yeah.
Yep.
But wouldn't he need the nobles to sway power over the neighboring countries? Like, he's going to get crushed by the Iron Empire.
That was already an issue. Now it appears he's in for a penny, in for a pound.
How big's the room?
Oh, let's say it's about 30-something feet wide and about 50 feet long.
I want to move to where I can get as many people as possible, including nobles and their guards, within 15 feet of me.
Uh-huh.
Then I'm going to kind of lean the axe against something, I guess, and pull the accordion around in front of me.
Okay.
And start playing.
Okay. What are you casting?
It's the accordion. It creates fear.
Oh.
So it causes a long, drawn-out wailing sound, causing creatures within 15 feet, including allies, to make a DC 15 Wisdom save.
And if they fail, they are frightened.
They're frightened of me and must run away. Just trying to clear the room.
That's awesome. You were already frightening enough. Now give you a magical... What
How
is
many
it?
people is she affecting?
Accordion?
It's an accordion.
That's like the least scary instrument,
I know,
too.
right?
Who is she? Who are you
She's
trying
doing
to
this around all the nobles. She's
I'm trying to get
them
everybody to run.
Wow. Failure. What's the DC?
15.
50, yeah. Just failures all around. They are all terrified of the horrifying sounding accordion, and they all, as much as possible, get up and run any way they can.
It's harder to kill them if they're running away, I guess.
And that was Mama Sass's turn. Aster, what do you want to do?
How's Nondle looking?
Nondle is not badly hurt. He looks irritated. He's a little injured, but not badly.
How much damage can I do to Nondle on one turn? Everyone's escaping. As much as I would like to save these nobles.
You're going to lose your invisibility if you attack.
Yeah.
Just a reminder.
Yeah, just friendly reminder.
Oh, I know. I get rid of Nondle. Okay, here's a question. If I get to where the kitchen is, right? And I use the Guitar of the Bazaar. It's not a spell I'm casting. It's a spell the guitar is
That's still
casting.
an attack action. That still counts.
Even though it says the spell ends for a target that attacks or casts a spell.
So what are you doing with the Guitar of the Bazaar, then?
I would like to, I'm seeing if this would work, try to charm somebody.
I'm going to count that as casting a spell. If you're using the Charm Person effect, I'm going to count that as casting a spell. You want to hide in the kitchen?
Yeah, I'm going to try to move, because I rolled a 20 stealth.
Yeah. You can hide with no trouble.
Dang it. I don't know what to do. I move towards the kitchen, but
Right.
I'm still, well, I've held that action, it didn't work, so I have nothing held now. I'm just waiting. I'm gonna hold darkness again until if something happens.
What are you holding it for?
If I get discovered.
Okay, right. Yeah, no one's come close to discovering you. So that is Aster's turn. Nondle is getting irritated by this half-orc here. And he says, let's get rid of this annoying half-orc. It's causing too much trouble. And he's going to stroll over and try to attack Mama Sass with the short sword. You don't have any other enemies near you, though. So it's not a sneak attack, but he does hit you for 6 points of damage.
Half to 3?
3.
Choke him to death.
That is his turn. It is now the halfling's turn. The halfling gives up looking around outside and comes back inside and says, Boss, I don't know what to do. He's gone. That is his turn. The orc attempts to attack some of these people that are running past him and trying to flee out the doors.
Oh, he wasn't affected by it either. Wasn't affected by
Did you want to have him
Oh,
affected?
yeah, as many
okay.
people as I could.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the orc fails. So looking at the frightened condition here,
What the item says is a creature must spend its turn trying to move as far away from you as it can. It can use only the dash action.
he's running out the door with everyone else. He's terrified of the scary accordion. So the orc runs out the front door along with all these nobles and their guards. And it is Gerlos' turn. He's still running. He's probably just gone. Gasten, what do you want to do? You're still running as well to the meeting place?
Gasten thinks that everything went
Great.
smoothly
Okay.
and is just amazed and is heading right to the meeting place. Yeah.
All right, so Paranontos is going to... No, I'm sorry, you don't know who that is. The wizard? Yeah.
Now I do.
The wizard will use a Ray of Sickness on Mama Sass and also direct the undead to attack. So let's do the undead first. 15?
Hits, just barely.
1 point of damage after you take half, so I mean it's one. Almost nothing. This ineffectual undead swinging at you clumsily with its sword. So that doesn't really cause you any trouble at all. But also there's the Ray of Sickness. Ray of Sickness does, let's see, he has to make an attack. 15 again.
Hits.
Yes. And that is 2d8 poison damage. You don't get that halved.
Yeah, that doesn't get halved.
9 points of damage.
Okay.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
13.
You failed that, I'm afraid. So you are poisoned. Now, what that means is you have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks until next round. The end of this wizard's next round. And that is his turn. And Ansna has already left. She's running as well. The dwarf... What can the dwarf do now? He burned a lot of spells here.
Wait, Ansna is gone?
Yeah, she ran out.
Okay, cool.
She
It's
disengaged.
just
and ran.
me at this point.
Yeah, it's
Good to know.
just the half orc
Good to know.
who can still teleport away if she wants to.
Yep.
So the dwarf will... Yeah. He's going to cast a spell. Make a wisdom saving throw.
That's a 4.
A 4?
Yeah.
You are charmed.
Wait. Isn't there something about charmed?
Oh, when you're raging.
Yeah, I don't think I can be charmed while I'm raging.
She can't be charmed.
Really?
It doesn't say that, but I'm pretty sure that's a thing.
Yeah, that's a thing. Or she at least has advantage.
It kind of makes sense. But
Yeah.
Because she's raging, she's ignoring the... Or is that like something you take at a particular level of?
Beginning at 6th level, you can't be charmed or frightened while raging.
I am not
You're
6th
only
level yet.
You're a 5th level
I'm
barbarian.
4th level.
Oh, 4th level.
So, yeah.
All right.
Nope,
so
I'm charmed.
The barbarian
I'm gonna
is
re-roll
charmed.
it. I'm gonna
Are you going to
re-roll
re-roll it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want her to be charmed. I need her to escape.
Go ahead.
yes.
Oh no. Let's see. What
Yeah.
is your modifier?
-1.
It's a 9.
Oh, nope. She is charmed. That
Yep.
was the last of your... No, you had one
No,
more
I have
luck
one
after
more.
this, right?
Mhm.
Okay. I mean, you could burn another one if you want.
Whose turn is... When do I know the initiative order? Like I've seen
You
them
know
move.
who's next. Next after the cleric is Mama Sass. So she would get to go next.
Let me read the effects of charm.
I'll just tell you, she thinks that the wizard is her best friend for the next 10 minutes.
10 minutes?
Yeah.
You gotta roll real high if you roll it. I don't know if it's worth it.
Roll really high.
Because I've got a -1. I don't know what their save is. 15?
Something like that. Yeah.
So you've got to roll at least a 16 or higher for me to save from it.
Try not to influence any decision here.
I'm just pointing out facts.
I'm gonna do it.
Okay?
All right.
I don't want her to die.
Me neither.
Wait, what did you say?
16 or higher? It's a -1.
Oh, shoot. I don't know if this works. 17 minus 1 is 16.
You did it.
Just barely.
Yeah. All right. She is not charmed.
Nice.
And now it is Mama Sass's turn.
Mama Sass looks over at the dwarf. I'll see you later. And
Are you grabbing anyone when you go? You can grab one person.
I don't think there's anyone left to
I'm
grab.
going to grab Nondle. He's right there.
He's not.
He has to be a
he won't be
willing-
willing.
Yeah, it has to be a willing
Oh,
person.
there's nobody left for me to grab
I
then.
mean, there are some nobles that are running out the door still. That not everyone was within range of your frightened
If there's
spec.
an old guy who
Sure.
seems to be moving slowly near
Okay.
me, I will grab him and take him with me.
All right, you grab an old person, old
That
council.
guy got his soul sucked out.
Yeah,
of
Yeah,
him.
he's having
yeah.
a rough day. I'll
yeah,
take
you'll
him.
grab him and take him with you. All right, so
Yeah.
you teleport away.
He's already died once today.
That's the least I could do.
Yeah, so you teleport away. You all got away. Now, where are you going to meet?
Well, okay, so I'm by the kitchen. If I move to the door to run away,
Uh-huh.
well, I've moved to the door. How far is that from them?
From the other from
From the
Nondle?
enemies, yeah. Is it about 60
about-
feet?
20 to 30 feet away, somewhere in that range.
Oh, cool. So I still have movement, and I can probably get away by running out the door
Yeah.
and sneaking. So I can use a spell. I'm going to
Okay.
cast darkness in that vicinity. I'm just going to obscure them
All right.
so that there's more of a chance for people to escape.
Okay. And then you're going to run away?
And then I'm going to bounce.
All right. If they're enclosed in darkness and you're invisible, I'm not going to bother with them attempting to make a perception check or anything or making you roll a stealth check. You just run out.
Yeah.
You run out through the doors and into the night. Now, let's presume you meet up later. Where are you meeting up?
Do I find Gerlos and
Ansna? No, they have no idea where you would meet. They don't know.
No, but do I find them as I'm running?
They
No,
were running out the back
they
door.
ran out the back.
He went out the same way.
I went out.
Oh, you
the
actually
same-
went out the front. Oh,
Because if I
okay.
can meet them,
Oh,
like
okay.
catch up to them, I can direct.
You find Ansna. You don't find Gerlos.
Okay, I tell Ansna to follow me, and Can I send message?
Not if you can't see him.
That's true.
Now, Gasten left a little after Gerlos. Would he have any chance to?
Oh, I don't need
poor-
to see. I don't
poor
need
guy
to see
out.
Gerlos to send. a
Creature
message.
within range.
Creature within the range of the.
What's the
vicinity.
range?
120 feet.
No, he's gone.
Oh,
no,
man.
he's gone.
Poor Gerlos.
He's-
At least he's alive.
He's hundreds of feet away.
Are they from World 83?
Yeah,
They're from
Okay.
Arrival.
I don't know if you showed up with like some celestial beings
Nope.
or whatever that sucked.
No. No,
They were horrible.
We're here to save you. Angels from outside of the jar.
Nope. No, you don't find Gerlos.
Okay.
He's unless you want to spend your time searching for him.
No,
Okay.
I don't care.
I was going to say I don't think
no.
Gasten would care.
Gasten does not care about Gerlos.
Okay. So you meet back up, all of you except for Gerlos. Where are you meeting? What is the meeting place that you would have agreed upon?
We probably have like a sewer spot. You got to lift up lift the grate out.
Okay.
And then put it back in, and maybe there's some like moss hanging over it too, so it looks particularly uninviting.
Sure. All right.
So
Ansna's not keen on this, but she's going to follow you down there, and you meet there. Everyone shows up the same place. Aster's got the rod.
And the old noble is with us.
And
no, I dumped him.
No, she dropped him
Yeah, I
off
got
somewhere.
him out, and then
unless he's useful.
run
He
for
might
it,
be useful.
old man.
Apparently,
Unless he's
Mama
a wizard.
Sass decided he was not useful,
Yes, she did decide that.
so he is not with you. But you are all now in the sewers with this magic rod.
So Gasten had left before I think the commoner murdering had begun. So
Yes.
is that something that you guys share? Like that they're in there just killing people?
Yes.
Well, and we
Yeah,
say that
well,
we've cast enough spells and to see if we got a lot of them out of there in time.
Yeah, as far as you know, they all got out, except for the one guard that got killed.
So what should we do now? That was a success. We only lost one person.
Yeah, I mean,
Let us have a moment of silence for Gerlos.
No, he's alive.
That is a very small moment. All the moments that he needs.
I mean, he ran out. I assume he's alive
it was a
somewhere.
random guard.
No, he's dead. No.
Well, I've used all of the blessing of my god.
What? The gods are not real.
Gods are real.
Son, I am very concerned about your mental well-being.
Ansna says, I assure you, gods are real. They're real.
There's a lot of them.
There's a lot of them, yeah. We had to choose. There were so many.
We had to choose? That is... I have not been leading a life that I would have if I knew gods were real. This is not good news.
Maybe you should think about that when you're considering your co-workers' payments.
What is with you? We just saved the day and you're back to this money again. What about that cape was payment? Yes?
I don't think that is appropriate payment, but we can discuss it later.
Okay, so we have the scepter, the soul-sapping scepter.
Yes, I think I'm going to destroy it.
Can you use it?
Why
I
would
can
he want
it,
to
but I
use
don't
it?
know
It
if
is
I want
terrible.
to.
Because they are killing people, and we need to do something. They are going to take over the city, whether they have the scepter or not, so we can use it.
But can they? I wish we had taken a noble. Me not knowing that Mama Sass.
Yeah, Gasten, you know that if they don't have any of the council members, they all got away, and they don't have this device, they don't have a lot of ability to do anything now.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm assuming that the guards of the entire city will
The
come
wizard
down.
was casting like level 2 spells, which is powerful, but he's not like dropping like
Bombs on
earth-changing stuff. So
But they are a group of people we need
can
to
you
take out.
try to smash it there? Give it to Mama Sass. See if it's. I will go.
Animate
into
Dead is a 3rd level spell.
the next day.
Oh boy.
Reminds us
Just
of
let
how
you
much
know.
trouble we're in. Yeah, try to smash it, I guess.
Mama Sass, would you give it a shot?
I'm going to go in the other room.
Might be a good idea.
I mean, I can also, try to smash it from a distance.
Someone broke the soldier. Surely it is possible.
Would I know if it's possible to shatter it?
You don't know. I mean, it's a good argument that if the soul jar could be broken, then you know that this is made out of the same glass that the jar was. You do know that.
Got it.
And you suspect it probably could be broken in a similar way.
Yeah.
At least the glass part could. You're not sure about the rod.
I'm going to ask her to launch it as hard as she can against the wall opposite of her.
Okay.
If that's okay, Mama Sass.
of
if you could.
course. Would that be a strength thing?
Sure.
What would we do? Did they take souls already? Other people?
Oh, would I know how
other
to release
bodies?
the souls?
As
I hold on. We'll take 30 minutes for me to see if I can attune to
30
it.
minutes
Okay.
exact.
You want to take some time to attune to it? Yeah, if you attune to it, all you have to do is will it to work. And it will, and as long as it's in the right position, the switch is, then you can make it release or take souls or destroy them.
I'm going to attempt to release all the souls first.
Okay, you succeed. And
It's got an effect. I actually thought that he added
Yeah,
that.
that's pretty good. 5 souls come floating out of it, and they just float away out of the sewer.
See, that is good. Ghostbusters.
And then I look at it and I'm like, all right, time to break this thing. And I give it to Mama Sass.
Okay.
Such a shame. I'm going to cry in the next room.
Make
That
an
sounds
attack
right.
roll. I'm going to let you make an attack roll using your strength and your proficiency bonus. Basically, you're attacking the rod against the wall.
It's a 11. Man, I'm not
Plus
rolling
your
today.
proficiency and
No,
everything.
that is.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it was not a good roll.
Well, you're hitting an inanimate object. Basically, it's just AC.
Just do it over
Yeah,
and over
just
again.
do it again.
Unless your
Yeah.
soul comes out.
Well, that's a 22.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah. So you inflict some damage on it. You repeatedly strike it on the wall, and the glass shatters. Now, there's still the rod part. Do you want to try to do anything with that as well? The rod feels like it's some kind of cold metal.
I'm gonna. You have Mage Hand, right?
Mm-hmm.
Aster, hold this down for me.
With Mage Hand, you got it.
And so I'm gonna have him hold it down. I'm gonna take my axe.
Okay.
And
Make an attack roll.
it's an 11.
It bounces off.
It's a 23.
Yes, you hit it. Roll some damage. Let's see if you're able to cut through it.
That is 9 plus stuff. 9. It's 12.
12. All right, you make a big dent in it. It's not destroyed yet.
22
All right, 22. It's a hit.
and another 12.
12. Okay. So the rod is cut in half, and there's a big explosion of light and energy that comes blowing out from it. So it knocks you backward onto the ground, but you're fine, and it appears not to be functional anymore.
At least we won't have to worry about that now.
No more. Ah, man, if I knew how to use sending, I could tell the others that I was able to stop Nandle's bigger plans. He's still on the loose, though. We need to stop him. It's important that he doesn't go wandering around. He knows too much about the outside world. And I know that... And then can I spend some time explaining to them everything that's been happening?
I would like to hear you do that. I would like to hear how Aster explains to these people what has been happening.
So I sit down with Ansna helping, if she can.
All right.
I tell them, so, here's the dealio. First, thing I want to do now that I'm back, it's not like I know any way to get out anymore. We need to stop this war. And based on the things that have transpired, if we could find one of the nobles who saw, and maybe just a person who was there today, who saw some of the things Nondle was capable of, we can use that as proof of that there's some kind of magic that is not understood within our world. And maybe there's a way we can stop this war from continuing. There's bigger things that we need to worry about than a war in our world. There's a huge world outside of this, and we need to figure out a way to end the conflict within this encased world, which I know is hard to wrap your mind around. But we also need to find Nondle and his troop of misfits and Mama Sass. Didn't it feel good to save all those people? You did something amazing today.
Would have liked to get me a piece of that orc as he was attacking them. But yeah, it was good.
I've learned a lot on my journeys, and the world is not as shifty as I once thought it was. I mean, the world is confusing, and there's so much that we can learn, but it feels good to do something good. And first of all, there's something that's been bothering me, Papa Gasten. Nondle said some things. You might not very well remember Nondle, but Nondle said things that really struck a chord. And it's been a while for me reflecting about it. I just want to know from your own words, and I need you to be honest with me, Papa Gasten. Do you care about me? Have you been just using me to get your riches and to explore the world? Or do you actually love me, Papa Gasten? as like a tear, like he's holding it back as he's trying to be strong.
I am so sorry that you have to feel like this is not true. Let me tell you a story now. It is my turn. I have achieved everything that I could have wanted. I used the... You may have heard that I have run into a little bit of gold. Just a little bit, Mama Sass. Not as much as you think.
I saw your house. I know.
But I attained everything that I ever wanted, and I basically got my dream, Aster. I got all the gold I could have imagined, and still it was not enough for me. I was still left unsatisfied with the world, with life. So I made myself. I used the other wish of the luck blade to become noble. Lord Gasten, Quickfoot. But this was also sort of empty for me. And if I could have gone back in time, I think I would have used one of the wishes to have been with you rather than all of these things. And I hope you are listening, Mama Sass.
Mama Sass wipes a tear from her eye and says, "That was beautiful."
Gold is not the answer to everything. But what I hope for you, Aster, is that you do not lose your dreams like I have. There's nothing left for me, really, in this world, other than holding on to the gold as I have.
Can I roll an insight check?
Sure, if you want to.
Yeah, I just want to, the character, he's conflicted. He felt a heartwarming response, but Aster has been with Papa Gasten for such a long time, and he knows that a lot of the skills he's picked up in deception and is learned from Papa Gasten.
If Papa Gasten's making a deception check, he can roll it. But if he's not, go ahead and roll your insight.
I will roll a die.
Okay.
But I won't tell you whether I'm actually deceiving you or not.
23.
Okay.
What does he get? That's a really high insight roll. What does he think?
You can tell that he's telling the truth. Yeah.
Aster, because he's very insightful, sees this as true, looks at Papa Gasten and says, "I love you, Papa Gasten, and I love you, Mama Sass. The troop was the greatest thing that ever happened to me. It made me who I am and started shaping the course of my life, and I would never trade those experiences for anything in the world. I didn't have a mother. I didn't have a father. I didn't know them, at least. You guys have been my family. You guys have been my father and my mother and my brothers and my sisters. Without you, I wouldn't be here today. I just want you to know that I love you, and I want to make this world a safer place, and there's so much you don't know that I need to explain to you before we can move forward with taking down Nondle, with saving our rival from the Iron Empire, bringing peace to our world, and exploring what lies beyond it."
Gasten's crying both eyes, and he's like, "Oh, this sewer gas is so terrible. This is making me weep."
And that, my friends, is the end of this tale. For now, your favorite bard must leave the story. No, do not shed tears. Perhaps someday I shall return when the time is right and with Tara, Paxton, and Athelflaed need me the most. Until that time, I bid you a fond farewell as Aster Fortuna, Bard Extraordinaire.